Hey, what's up, Bookers gang? This is another Saturday. Hope you're doing good. If you haven't subscribed, this is the time. So today, guys, I'm humbled to have a guest with me here, the chairman, Blep.
Yeah, Better Living Empowerment Program.
Better Living Empowerment Program.
Yeah.
So I'll let him introduce himself before we roll into this interview.
Okay, thanks, Buka.
Yeah.
My name's Achola Maxwell Otieno. Yeah, I'm from Lakisama, basically, but my insider. I'm bred, born, Dandora. I came to Lakisama back then in 2013, though my parents came to Lakisama earlier on. But since my childhood love with Dandora, I just came to Lakisama when my paps was sick to take care of him. And the moment when I came to this place, I fell in love with it, and it was a growing community. The problem that I was envisaging back in Dandora, I could see a lot of opportunity this side. So I took this place as a home.
You just came. So when did you come? At what time was your dad sick? Around which year?
2012.
2012. But I see you have done very awesome stuff here.
No. By then it was not about. It was not about this. It has been a passion. Basically, in my life, I've been an on-off, in that there are some opportunities that I lacked, and I saw that they can be researched.
Which kind of, when you talk of opportunity, which kind of opportunity? I don't know.
Maybe opportunities like going to school timely.
Okay, so you have said that you lacked some opportunity like going to school timely. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Yeah, your schooling, your life, childhood, and everything.
Okay. You know, when I started what do you call it, baby class? I got that opportunity to be very close with the teacher. Who used to be my friend, and in fact, he's the one who made me understand that I'm called Maxwell.
Yeah. At first. At first, would you?
Because it was Otis. So I knew that I was a stubborn guy.
Yeah.
So, and she was a staunch Christian. She groomed me to be a humble guy.
Yeah.
So we parted. Well, I joined the public school. James Gichuru Primary School.
Yeah.
So, being that we used to commute from Dandora Civil Servants, to James Gichuru back then.
Yeah.
So, I saw underprivileged children. Maybe you can understand the Dandora dumping site was just started behind James Gichuru Primary School. So I saw underprivileged children who missed opportunity of going to school. And by then, sometimes I used to be sent home to go for some little fee. So I used to miss that time. So, and by good luck, again, I got another opportunity to go and study to a boarding school. So I went to Kirinyaga Township Primary School, and that is when I got that feeling that to read is to know, and to be knowledgeable, to become wise. The moment you have wisdom, then you are next to God. Because the proprietor of that school gave us opportunity to think big. He used to share with us other books apart from the pertinent books that we do read. That's the first time when I saw a book of Thinking Big by Benny Carson. And again, one day he shared with me a book of Marcus Garvey. So I had in mind that back at home there are underprivileged people that I used to see when I'm in James Gichuri Primary School. Then I saw that it was part of our obligation to come up with a practicum that will come back and help our society. So it lived in my heart. Yeah.
At that time.
At that time. Like, one day
I'll do something. Yeah.
One day I'll do something. So I kept it to my mind that one day I'll do something. So I did my primary school. So when I joined secondary school, then that's when the real trouble came. When I just started missing schools due to financial constraint for my parents. Yeah. So I dropped out 2 years.
That is at for around form.
Yeah, from I dropped out in Form 2.
Yeah.
Stayed out 2 years. Then, fortunately, good enough, I got another opportunity to go and study in another school in Uganda.
In Uganda.
Yeah, Uganda.
Okay. Let me ask you something. These 2 years while you are away from school, so what were you really doing?
Football.
Yeah.
Football has been my life.
Yeah.
Football has been my life. That's something that normally massages my soul.
Yeah.
When I'm stressed, when I feel that there are some things that torment my life. That's where I normally go, and that's where I'll get an opportunity to shout. Because when you shout around, someone will think that you're a madman. But really,
True.
Someone said that he's in a game.
True.
And again, football is a very nice tool when you use it positively. It can help a whole community. So through football, I've seen it reforming a lot of people in my community. As similarly, I can just say that when I was growing up, there used to be an organization that used to control football, the whole of Eastlands. That was MAISA, Mathare Youth Sports Association, and it was doing a very tremendous job. And we are part of the people that at least it tried to decorate us into being responsible citizens. They're the first people who came us and showed us that we should do things to do with community service. At a young age, they could corner us, to take us to some point and then talk to us on issues to do with preservation of the community, drug substance abuse, HIV awareness, and the issue of shoot back. And it used to be good stories, but unfortunately, the management level was not envisaged. So you can find that these problems pertaining what you are seeing made us appreciate football. So during this time, when I was out,
the 2 years.
The 2 years, I was just associating myself with football, my stuff.
So how was it? It's now 2 years. Now you want to go back to school. How was it?
No, I approached my father. I told him, my friend, he told me that when my elder brothers finished schooling, he'll take me back to school.
Oh, so you dropped for your elder brother too?
So that he can finish. And I remember at one time my friends did for me a small kind of an arrangement. I had to sacrifice for my elder brother so that he can.
You can just finish his school.
The African traditional norms of our society that it needs, so we had to respect it.
True. So you went to your father and told him?
No. After a year I was done, I went back to him. Niambia kama amemaliza utanipeleka shule. And told me that, hey, kukurudisha, you are going back to Form 1. I said yes.
That is after 2 years. That is now you should have been in Form 3 or something.
No. You should have been Form 3.
I know even Form 4.
I was
Form 3.
No,
around
Form 4.
So you're going back now to start again in the new school. New country.
By then there was a transformation within the country. You understand that there was a new regime that was coming in, and a lot of people, especially the young people, had a lot of hopes in the new regime, and it had promised, first of all, free primary education, with another promise of in the future they will also come up with free secondary education. So I was well prepared for that free secondary education. So him telling me that you're going back to Form 1 was an issue. He said,
You really wanted to do it. Right.
Yeah, and it has been something. I'll have to accomplish it.
You're in Uganda. You're in Uganda, new country, Form 1.
Yeah. So, concerning the new country, Ugandans are very good people. And another thing, I think it was just destiny.
Yes.
Yeah, destiny, because I learned a lot. Yeah, in that place, because one thing, when we used to play football in a very dusty place. You understand the grounds, the Kenyan grounds, most especially the ones that are in Eastlands. And when I went to Uganda, I was taken to a school called Bugema Adventist Secondary School, and by the way, it was through. Let me say that it was just destiny. It was just destiny calling. It was just destiny that God wanted me to at least go and learn something else.
Feel a new experience.
A new experience, and again, it was a very, very new experience. That there we were taught how to think, other than how to
just pass it
cram things and just
download and
there are new things that you are taught that I'm seeing that they are very relevant today than the things that have gone through even through campus level. Very relevant. Because one thing, when I went to Bugema, I found that even the motto of the school, the preamble, the mission, they were very much up. I associated myself with those principles. And the moment when I joined, first of all, there was an old man by the name Nico Win. He used to be our neighbor back at Civil Servant. That's another story, maybe for another day. So when I asked my father that I'll go back to school, my father told me that the following day told me that you'll go back to school in Uganda. So that morning my father called me and told me that, my friend, at 6 I'll come with a visitor. So that day came with the visitor was Nico Wino, and my good thing is that he used to be our neighbor where we used to stay, and he came with photos of several young people that he has taken to Uganda to go and study there. So while he was showing us the photos, I noticed a photo of a friend of mine who used to play football, and when he used to come to Kenya, he could show me the football pitch. The way those football pitch are very green and very nice. So he told me, this so and so, I took him to this school. Nowadays this guy is doing very nice. He has transformed. So I said, what you're telling me were non-issues. Me, I just wanted to go back to school. I can help myself and my family. So when time came, my father took me to a camper bus and
a camper bus
left
that time.
Me there. A camper bus that time, and left me with Nico Wino. And I left for Uganda.
So you traveled
I went
together alone?
No. We were with Nico Wino and some other young people
who also going to join school.
Nice. And by then, My father also didn't want me to go through some moral torture.
Yeah.
Just close to school, maybe meet with other people older than them.
Yeah.
But that was not in my mind.
It was an issue.
Yeah, that was a non-issue.
Yeah.
Issues of off cluster. Belly. Yeah.
Ah, nice.
So I say that, let me go back. So when I joined, I went to Bugema, and the first thing that attracted me to that school was the school pitch.
Yeah. It was
The school pitch, football pitch, the games pitch.
it was beautiful.
So it was a very nice pitch. So that's made me to love that school. And
So
yeah.
let me ask you something. Now you are in this school. You are in Form 1. You are older than these students.
Yeah.
How did you feel, or you just
No.
how did you associate with them? Or?
No, when I told my deputy teacher,
Yeah.
the one who was in charge of admission, I just talked to her that I'd already done Form 1 and I was supposed to join. I was already in Form 2.
Yeah.
So she understood me. She gave me a chance to go to Senior 2.
Yeah.
And I just had to start from there.
Oh, you didn't start from fresh.
Yeah.
Ah,
So,
that was nice.
Yeah, so she understood. She understood me, and we will continue there.
So
And with me associating myself so much with the pitch, I also got a friend in a games teacher, Mr. Oranga. He was a very close friend of mine.
yeah.
He pushed me towards success in academics. He could monitor me time and time, so that they had a peril that if you don't pass, you either drop. If you don't refuse to drop, you move to another school.
It's either you pass or pass.
Yeah. So that just been like that.
Yeah. And so during holidays, were you coming back to Kenya? How was it?
No, I didn't used to go back again.
So those time you were just most of the time.
No. Maybe stay with a relative, hustle. That's it.
So
those are but then there was a lucrative business. People used to bring clothes
yeah.
to Kenya. So
Yeah.
those are the things that maybe I can engage in.
So that's when you started your first business at that time.
Me, I started my business long time.
Joe, tell me about your first business.
My first business.
Yeah.
My first business was you buy shoes at Komba, come and sell to neighbors, get profits. Then you understand that there are some people, when I came, the time that I realized that many people don't want to move around, and moving around is good.
Yeah.
If you just become stagnant in one area, you will not get some experience. So I used to accompany my uncle to Komba buying stuff, and I used to see his friends asking, "Hey, you know what happening?" So, and with him, he couldn't sell them. So I say that, Bana, if I buy and then sell it to these people, you can get something extra.
Yeah.
So that's when I knew that something can add something, and if you put something, and then there used to be an old song that my grandmother used to sing when we go to visit her in the village.
Yeah.
That 1 pesa 1, 2 pesa 2, 2 pesa 3. You see.
Yeah.
So she used to sell mandazis to children in the center. So I had that notion of business, and I understood money.
So at that time you already knew about business.
Business, and the best business was when we went to the village, and my father gave us, me and my sister, that free will. He had done some vegetables at the village. So he gave us that free will to also go and join our grandmother to the center and also sell.
Yeah.
So we came back with money.
Yeah.
So I knew that.
Interesting.
And most especially that agriculture
Yeah.
has got lots of money.
Yeah.
So him being a business, and at one time at Ambira High School, when I joined Ambira High School, we had some problems, family problems.
Yeah.
So I dropped. So you used to be called at school with your parent.
Yeah.
So they asked me, what do you want to become? I told them a businessman.
Yeah. You're in school, like you're in school.
You don't want even to become a doctor. What I told them, I want to become
A businessman. Hey. So from those days,
I knew that I'm going to business, and I've done several businesses,
Yeah.
including hawking fish on my head around Andorra, even selling flour.
Yeah, flour.
Yeah. So business is good.
yeah. So you studied up to Form 6, or
Yeah.
how
I went to up to Form 6, and that Form 6, I even had to change some economics
Yeah.
to entrepreneurship. So at A level I did entrepreneurship, so I understand. I was preparing myself towards this mission.
Yeah.
And it was hard, and I think I had to fight a lot, also
Yeah.
in prayers, because if the devil knows that you are in a mission,
Yeah.
always it will be scary. Even in Uganda, it wasn't easy.
It was a tease.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
people who know me
Yeah.
understands what I went through. So it wasn't easy. So always in my life,
Yeah.
I'm in a mission. Yeah, I'm in a mission to accomplish and to fulfill the actions
Yeah.
and feelings of our forefather, what they wanted. Let me tell you one thing, Buka, is that Africa is the feeding basket of the world, and we are the most poorest lot, and yet we have all these resources. Let me not speak about the things that I have never seen, things to do with gold,
Yeah.
things to do with oil. I can't speak about them because I've never seen them, but
But you can speak of the
really,
soil.
yeah. Speaking of what I've seen out of this,
Yeah.
is something that is tending. So, as per education, let me give thanks to my life in Bugema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bugema
It made me understand a lot of things, and also understand mindset of a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because it used to be collective. I even sometimes could at least collect and at least teach them and see how can these things judge them. And then I came to realize that everywhere that you go,
Yeah.
there's a system.
Yeah.
So you have to live and appreciate each system and not to have any conflict with it.
True.
Yeah. And try to live a life that reflects the character of God. Yeah. So that's generally life.
Yeah, so-
And my education there, it taught me so much.
So after finishing your high school, so
Yeah,
what was next?
I joined Makerere University.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and it was not rosy, because by the way that's when I realized that you have to fight on in order for you to move, and things were not good, because I also used to see other students undergoing the same problem of tuition fee. Also me back in high school, I used to have the same problem. Yeah. And that's why I decided to go all through from O level to A level in one school,
Yeah.
because I had to understand that particular system. When you go to join another institution,
Start again.
you'll start understanding that system
Yeah,
again, and
true,
it was
true.
very. So back then I knew that this is the guy. And by the way, I loved agriculture so much.
Yeah.
since S1, even here in Kenya, even in primary. Yeah, I used to be part of the 4K club. And I even remember one day in Bugema, our teacher asked us to come up with
The project.
no, not a project. He wanted to start an agriculture project.
Yeah.
And I believe I was the only person who contributed towards that.
Yeah.
The rest did not contribute.
Did contribute.
And that thing was not built.
Yeah. And then
So, and I took office practice as a subject
yeah.
in order to not do agriculture because of that particular teacher. Yeah. So I said,
Felt
this
this guy's not serious.
not serious. He's the one who is in charge of chasing people out of class.
Yeah.
And
So
no, it was his role.
Yeah.
No, it was his work. So he's the one who's in charge of chasing people out of class when you lack service fees.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't just appreciate the way he used to deal with issues.
Yeah.
He could send away wrongdoers, and then maybe things that he has sent you to go and bring, maybe barbed wire, maybe the Mabati stuff. I thought that those things could be used to build that project, but I didn't used to see. So I asked myself, where did these things used to go?
Yeah.
So I didn't appreciate him even as a person.
True.
And also at one time someone said that this guy is poor.
Yeah.
His parents are very poor. So I say that I'll do everything so that I can alienate myself forward.
Yeah. So Makerere, did you finish your school in Makerere?
No, I didn't. Financial constraints.
Yeah.
So I had to drop out again second year. Second year, so I came and I just started again, and with a mission of going back to Makerere.
Yeah.
So I started saving small. With a mission that
So you came back. You came to home, and you still wanted just to go back there. Yeah. But it took you 2 years to go back.
No.